Magnificent out here coming at you with another video. Now listen, we're gonna hop right into this. No metaphors, I know nothing like that, but I'm just saying this. If your name is Carl or Carla Thomas emotionally, this is not the video for you. What I mean by that is this. I'm like, this video is not for you, okay? Because I am not a bashful person and I do not know how to mince words, especially when we're talking about business, and that's what we're about to talk about. So let's get into it. Everybody wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die. It's the same thing in life in general. Everybody wants success, but nobody wants to do the work. Nobody wants to put in any hard effort. And you also have a certain percentage of people that don't necessarily not want to do what it takes, but they don't really know. Let's get into it. The very first thing that you need to know is your why. Why are you doing what you're doing? Like, really sit there and ask yourself, what is your why? And please do not say to make money, because that's not a good enough reason. Like, that's not a why, that's the outcome. Question why also comes with a lot of other components, like who is it going to help, who's going to benefit from you, who are you going to help, who are you giving something to, because everything in this world is cause and effect. Like they said, energy is neither created nor destroyed. So that means that everything that you want is already there. You just need to know your why, because once you know your why, you can then start figuring out how you're going to align with the things that you want. Energy is neither created or destroyed. And if everything around us is a form of energy created by God, right? If everything around you is energy, down to your money, down to the book that you hold in your hand, in a powerful enough microscope, this book looks the same as I do, right? My body, my physical body, same as money. All of it is energy. And like I said, energy is neither created nor destroyed, and everything around us is energy. That means that whatever you're praying for, whatever you want God to do, whatever you want to manifest in your life already exists. Energy is neither created or destroyed. If you want money, money is energy and it's not created, it's already in production. Like, you just have to put yourself in alignment with what you want. How do you do that? Tune out negativity. Like, everybody loves to quote the Bible, but people don't really believe it. I think that's why religious people bug me so much, because they quote the Bible so much and they don't even understand what they're reading. For example, if you really want to, if you look at the story of them in the boat, they were on the boat all night. And Jesus came up to them and was like, y'all still here? Like, you haven't caught any fish? Like, you're right here still? And you haven't caught any fish? He wasn't mad at them. He didn't scold them or anything. He just repositioned them. He said, y'all been in this boat all night and y'all haven't caught no fish. Okay, take the net up from the left and put it on the right. Put it on the right. So then they were like, what? Okay, Jesus. And they took it from the right. They took the net from the left side of the boat and they put it on the right side of the boat. And so then after they put it on the right side of the boat, they caught so much fish. You're already there. You're just not in alignment, because every time you pray for something, you're praying it from the mental state of like, oh, I hope he gives it to me. I hope I get it. Energy is neither created nor destroyed. And everything around us is energy, including the stuff that you pray for. Whenever they were on the boat, he just repositioned them. He didn't push them somewhere else. It wasn't like, oh, you in the wrong thing. No, he just moved over here. Like, bro, it's so many different scriptures in the Bible that like we read all the time that we pay no attention to. We are all looking for something on the outside of us. We're all looking for something on the outside of us. But I can quote scriptures for days. The kingdom of heaven is in you. There's a scripture in the book of Thomas where Jesus says, where the disciples asked Jesus, like, when will heaven come? Like, when will it come? And I'm gonna put it down here. When will heaven come? And I'm paraphrasing because I don't know that part by heart, because I just started reading the book of Thomas. And they asked Jesus, like, when will heaven come? Like when will we get to be free? Like, when will we get to manifest everything? When will we get to be like rich? And that's what they mean. Like, when will the kingdom come? Because like it's not until we die that we'll be peaceful, that we'll be happy, that we'll have joy, that we'll have the things that we want, right? That's what we believe. And Jesus' exact words are, now mind you, this is in the book of Thomas, a book that they took out of the Bible, okay? And Jesus said, it's not like I said, I'm putting it right here because I'm not saying this exactly right, but it's right here. Jesus said, it's not a matter of like where heaven is or like when it's gonna come. Heaven is already here on earth and men just don't see it. That's what Jesus said. You can take that for whatever it is that you want to take it for, but the way that I took it was, we are all waiting for something on the outside of us to come. And it's like you sit there and you pray for something and you're like, God, give me this, give it to me, like, Jesus, please, will you give it to me? And then everybody wants to blame God, like, oh, why is God letting this happen? Or God is letting this. No, like, you already have it. You already have it. You just have to believe that you're worthy of it. You just have to put yourself in alignment with it. You just have to stop thinking about, oh, yeah, black business is this, or yeah, they don't want the black man to win. Okay, we know that, bro. Black people were in slavery. We know that. We know that. We know that we were in slavery. Black women, because I do black women's hair, and I know there are probably men watching this too. Black women, stop saying stuff like that. I'm sick of black dudes because all black dudes date is white women. Yes, I am going there. Stop saying that, okay? Like, okay, you want a cookie? You know how many races of people it is in this world? Okay, girl, like, stop giving attention to it. Stop giving attention to it. Stop talking about it all the time. Police brutality, yes, yes, we know about it. But you know what else? That's all we give our focus to. Everybody, we all give our energy to it. And have you noticed that when there was one black man being shot or one black person being killed, it was like every day. And after the first one, it was every day, because all of our energy went towards it. Every black person on this earth was hurt. I'm telling y'all, my energy was so messed up that day when I watched that man get killed by that police officer. My entire day was ruined. And I'm sure every black person walking the face of this earth was like that. So all of our energy is just sorrow, negativity. All we're thinking about is police brutality. Oh my God, they're killing the police. Oh my God, the police are killing black people. The police are killing black people. It's not what you say out of your mouth that creates things. It's what's in your mind and what you really believe in your heart and what you exude with your emotions. So if everything about you says, this is hard for me, it's hard for me to level up, I don't think I can make it, I'm not as good as her, I don't have the type of money she has more followers than me, she has more this than me. No, everything I have bust my everlasting behind for. So like I said, you need to find your why. And once you find your why answers so many other questions. And once you know why you're doing something, you'll know if whether or not the program that you've been operating at is the one that you really should be operating at, or if you need to structure yourself and figure out how you can get to the ultimate goal that matches your why. And what do I mean by finding your program? There is a link in the description box below that goes really, really deep into depth with that. If I start talking about that now, we'll never get to number 5, girl. Once you've figured out what your program is, and by that, really, really quick and short, is what are you here to do? What are you here for? What is your purpose? What are you breathing for? Like, what is your purpose for existence on earth? Why are you here? Because no, we're not all just sitting here. Like, I don't think that the creator of this entire universe, of this everything that we know, meant for us to all just be born, wake up, go to sleep, have sex, eat, and go on trips. Like, there's no way. Like, that's what we're all here for. Because when you really think about it, that's what we do. We eat, sleep, have sex, have babies, like, oh, go on trips, have fun. Like, is that really what you think your ultimate purpose is? Like, is that what you're here for? Because for whatever reason, most people, if you ask them, what is your why, they're gonna say something about money. Money is just an outcome, and you learn that money is just an outcome. You can learn that or know that I'm not lying about that just looking at celebrities and stuff. People say all the time, like, oh, well, you know, they're rich. Like, they can go buy anything that they want. Why are they still unhappy? Why would he kill himself and he's a millionaire? Just because he has the outcome of a specific pattern or program that he followed does not mean that that was his program. That does not mean that that person, I didn't mean to say his or hers, that does not mean that that was that person's program. That just means that's the one that they decided to follow. That doesn't mean that they found their why. And normally, whenever you don't find your why and you don't find your own program, when you get to the outcome, which is money, you're not happy because you're still not fulfilled, because you don't know who you are. You haven't followed your own program. You've been following somebody else's, right? And so, like I said, make sure you guys go watch that video and you'll understand a little bit more of what I am saying about step 2, finding your own program. Once you begin, once you know what your actual program is, and before that, you found out your why, you know exactly why you're doing it, you know who's going to benefit from you having this goal, and you know all of that stuff. And mind you, when we praying and asking God for stuff, don't just say, oh God, give me some money. Do you know how many people asking for money? Do you know how many billions and quadrillions, and you know how many people praying all the time asking God for money? Everybody's asking them for money. What are you going to do when he gives it to you? What are you going to do with it? You need a why. Don't just have your hand out like this asking God for something and you ain't told him what you're going to do with it. You don't even know what you're going to do with it. Why is he going to give it to you? Just so you can pay your bills? That's not enough. That's not enough. Why do you want to do what you want to do? Why do you need what you're asking God for? What are you going to do with it, right? Okay, so we get to number 3, because now at this point, you know your why, and you are now following your own program. You know why you're here. Now it is time to write a new blueprint, because remember, you just found out what your why is, or just came into alignment with your why, and you just came into alignment with your program. Now you have to write a new blueprint. Now you have to figure out where you're going, because before you was following this program over here, and you had a blueprint that looked like this for that program, right? You have a different program. You need a brand new blueprint, baby. You need to build a new house. Like, it needs to be on a different street now. You become the thing that you think about the most. That's why people come to me, oh, Cynthia, have you seen this? Do you watch Love and Hip Hop? No, I don't watch that stuff, because we all are in the same repetitive cycle, because nobody knows their why, and everybody's on the same program, and nobody knows who they are. So everybody picks up social media first thing in the morning and look at social media. Who should I be today? You turn on the news, like, how should I feel today? What is happening? What happened to people over here? How am I supposed to feel today? Like, that's what you do. First thing in the morning when you wake up, you don't have a routine. You don't have control over your mind when you wake up. Your phone, social media has control over your mind. Instagram has control over your mind. The news does. Social media does. Like, that's who has control over your mind. You don't. None whatsoever. So you need to write a different blueprint, starting with your morning routine. Everybody gets out of the bed the same way. Like, this is our bed. I sleep on this side of the bed. My husband sleeps on this side of the bed because he's closest to the door. So I'm happy they get you first. I know, I'm just kidding. But I get up on the same side of the bed every morning, and then I go to the bathroom. I have the same exact morning routine, right? But when I wanted different results, I changed my routine. Before, my routine was to wake up. I would have my phone charging on the side of my bed, and the first thing I would grab was my phone, and then I would probably go on Instagram, maybe, I don't know, like whatever popped up. If I had an email that popped up, whatever was there, that controlled my mind and where my focus went throughout the day. So once I got up, like if I saw a rude email, that person controlled my day. Whoever it was, Tata Salabria sending me nasty emails, she controlled my day. That she had control over my day from beginning to end, period. You know why? Because she pissed me off. So for me starting my morning off like that, once my attitude was like that, fresh up out of bed, everything else after that, that energy followed me for the rest of the day. That's how it goes. So when you if you really want different results and you really want to control your day, control your morning, right? So anywho, that's what I mean by getting into your program, digging yourself really, really deep into your program. Because when you dig yourself really, really, really deep into your program, you can study it, right? You study it, and that's everybody's problem. Don't get me wrong, like, I love y'all so much. Like, you can ask me anything, like anything, I will share. Not my personal information though, because some of y'all be weird. But you know, I have no problem sharing information, but I'm not about to play like nice nasty with y'all. That's not what I'm gonna do, because I wouldn't be able to sleep well at night knowing that I fed a bunch of people a crock of BS. You're gonna have to work for this. If you want something bad enough, you have to become obsessed with it. People say all the time, like, oh my God, Sam, how do you do it? You have 2 kids. You have 2 kids. You have the product line. You do YouTube. You're posting on YouTube 2, 3, 4 times a day sometimes. Like, and then you do hair. How do you do all that? Girl, you need to take a break. No, I don't. I am obsessed with it. You have to become obsessed with what you want and study it. If you have been doing something for however long you've been doing it for, and you still do not have the manifestation of the things that you want, you haven't worked hard enough yet. You haven't earned it yet. You haven't worked hard enough for it yet. Even if you feel like you have worked hard enough for it, if it has not manifested, you still got work to do. It is what it is. And I'm only telling y'all things that I had to learn for myself. Like, I used to be like, oh my God, like, God, why me? Like, why can't we get this done? Like, no matter what I do, it's always something. I hadn't worked hard enough yet. I hadn't had enough ribs broken yet. I hadn't had enough bones fractured yet, baby. And it's not until you go through it and then get out of it that you understand what you went through it for, if that makes any sense. Like, for example, without the different things that I've went through in my life, I would never be able to handle YouTube. When I tell you, like, don't get me wrong, it's so many amazing people, right? So many amazing people. But people are so freaking crazy. Like, if I didn't have tough skin, I would never, if I did not have tough skin, I would never be able to do YouTube. Never. Like, you know, people are crazy. YouTube has things set up to where they instantly block comments. Like, I'll go on there and check sometimes, like, a week. YouTube is blocking like at least 1,000 comments a week. At least. And that's on like a really good week. At least 1,000 comments. People are so nasty. If I had not been through the different things that I had been through, if I didn't have scar tissue, it would hurt so bad. Now, remember, you have to become obsessed. So, what do I mean by becoming obsessed? So, let's say you're a hairstylist, right? Let's just use us for an example. Let's say you're a hairstylist. And you see me, and I'm not saying that I'm like Beyonce or like, no, I'm not saying I'm big. We're just using us for an example because it's me and you talking. So let's say you're a hairstylist and you come on my stuff all the time and you like, oh my God, like sometimes coming on my videos make you feel like, oh my God, I do hair just as good as her and I'm on YouTube too, but nobody's watching my videos. Nobody's doing this. Nobody's doing that. How can I do this? This is the norm. This is what you normally do. Normally, you'll just write the person, like you'll write me. Hey, Sin, I'm a hairstylist. I'm trying to grow my business, but I don't have any clients. People keep standing me up. I'm not making no money, and I got a YouTube channel too. Can you please promote me on your YouTube channel because I'm really trying to come up? No, that's not how it gets done. That's not what you do, and there's 2 problems with that. The first problem with that is, and I'm not like this, but there are a bunch of people who respond this way, and I'm not really mad at them. A lot of people feel like, no, I'm not going to get you. I'm not just going to tell you because I bust my butt to get to where I'm at right now. So you bust yours, right? But that's not how I feel. This is how I feel when I see that. You haven't worked hard enough for it yet. You're not obsessed with it yet, because this is how I know you're not obsessed with it. The same information that I'm going to give you, I just went on Google and I just became obsessed with what I wanted and found out for myself. I'm not nobody special. I sprinkle out of the cloud. Girl, I came out of somebody's uterus just like you. Like, I'm not special. The difference between me and you is I am obsessed with what I want. Like, I was looking at something Will Smith said, and he was like, the difference between me and anybody else is I'm not gonna lose. Like, I'm not gonna quit. I'm either gonna win or I'm gonna die. It is what it is. Either I'm gonna work, either you're gonna fight me, or you're gonna have to kill me. One or the other. Because if something doesn't work, I go back to the drawing board. I reevaluate my why. I reevaluate my program, and I look at my blueprint. If I gotta erase some stuff and rearrange some things, then that's what I do, because I'm obsessed with it. So if you're a person, if you're a hairstylist and you see me and you compare yourself to me, or you think, or you write me or a person like that, like, oh, how can I do this? No, don't do that. Go become obsessed with it. Spend hours upon hours on end trying to figure it out. Let me show you something. I don't just have these little notebooks up here because I think that they're cute. I am obsessed with what I want. This is my morning journal because I have a morning routine. If you guys want to know about my morning routine, leave a comment below and I will do a video on it. So this is my morning journal. So whenever I journal for the first time in the morning, it's here. The day here. And this is like anything that I think of for YouTube, any creativity for any of my businesses, anything for my ebooks, this one. Before I go to bed every night, it is this one. I have a strategic plan. Without a strategic plan of action, you are not going to manifest anything that you want. The Bible says faith without works is dead. Faith without works is dead. Your faith is dead if you don't do the work. There is no point of you believing for something. There's no point of praying for something. There's no faith. Your faith is dead if you don't put in the work. Period. Faith without works is dead. If you don't become obsessed with what you want, if you do not get to a place where it's not an option of whether or not you can win. This is the thing. I never say, Lord, can I have this? Or Lord, will you manifest this for me? Lord, can you please? No. I get in alignment with what I know God already has for me, because I know my why. I know my program. I have a blueprint written, and I know that if my heart, which God lives in, is in alignment with my mind, I can manifest whatever I want. But how can you manifest something if you don't know what it is? How can you succeed in a plan, or if you don't have one? Have your own why, not somebody else's why, not what you see on social media, not what looks good to you in your industry. Because my why used to be what looks good in my industry. Now I don't care what people are doing in my industry. I don't care about people going to classes. I don't care about Brownell's Brothers. I don't care about none of that stuff. I care about my why and what I believe I'm here for. And that's it. And all of my energy goes into that, because we create wherever our focus is. If you're always focused on the news, if you're always focused on negativity, that is all you will produce in life, period. Number 4. You figured out what your why was, who you're doing it for, who's going to benefit for it, so you're not just begging and stuff. And then number 2, you have thrown out your old program and you are completely aligned with your new program, who you really are, what you're really put on this earth to do and to fulfill. 3, because you know your why and you're aligned with your new program. Now, because you have a new program, you need a new blueprint. You've already wrote that. Now, honey, it is time to put that in action, because remember, you've been obsessed. You've been obsessed with, and remember, with number 3, you have studied. You studied studied your craft, and now you are completely and utterly obsessed with your craft. And baby, let me tell you something. When I say become obsessed with it, I was using myself for an example. If you are that person, you're a hairstylist, and you look at my videos, not necessarily for, like, most of the time for inspiration, but sometimes you come on my videos and get discouraged, like, man, I've been doing hair for a long time, I want to be there, or I want to be like this, or how come she got all these followers, how come her Instagram is growing like that, how come her YouTube subscribers are growing. If you feel that way, it is okay, it is normal. I've been there, but this is your problem. You need to become obsessed with what you want to the point that you begin to study me, or not even me, another hairstylist, another YouTuber, and I'm just using a hairstylist that wants to aspire to be a YouTuber as well. You need to begin to study me, study your favorite YouTuber, your favorite doctor, whatever it is, because listen, everybody is not an entrepreneur, everybody is not a hairstylist, and that's okay. My God, like, I'm glad everybody not a hairstylist, like, because we need doctors and mental health. Oh my God, like here in Vegas, people are freaking insane. Like people that work in mental health, psychologists and psychiatrists, like child protective services. My God, like it doesn't matter. It does not matter what you do, what field of work you are in. You need to know your why. I am not talking about just hairstylists. You will not find that thing that separates you until you become obsessed with what you want. If you don't become obsessed with what you want, then you don't know nothing about the industry, because this is what people do. And I just bought the vendors list. I'm about to start my own hair company. Do you know anything about a hair company? Most people just look online, they look on Forbes, and they see that it's a whole bunch of women that have become millionaires because they selling virgin hair. Y'all have no idea what it takes to grow a brand or to have a online business. It is not as simple as getting some stuff and be like, hey y'all, I'm selling it, everybody buy some. That's not how it goes. It don't go like that. That's like the ending steps. Getting the website done, getting the website made, putting the stuff on there, having the shirts to sell, that is step 10 of 11. That is step 10 of 11. Baby, you got 9 that you have completely skipped over. It is not as simple as it looks, but you don't know that because you aren't obsessed with it. When you're writing your blueprint and stuff, that's number 3. You may have to go from 4 to 3 because you're going to fail a couple times. But failure is not what you think it is. So most of us think that failure is like something bad, like something that you should avoid, and that's why you're not succeeding, because you won't let yourself fail. You won't really know what you like, what you don't like, who you really are, what you are supposed to be doing, what's your purpose, what's not your purpose, until you try different things and be like, oh nope, that wasn't it, oh Lord, that wasn't it. And as you fail, and as you fail, certain things fall off. Understand that changing your program isn't as simple as being like, oh, I want to change it like that. No, you have to change everything about yourself. You got to change the people that you're around, the people that you talk to, the people that you associate yourself with, the type of conversations you allow yourself to be a part of. Yeah, you don't have the same blueprint. We don't have the same fingerprints. I'm the only person in this world, Craig, with these fingerprints. Period. So if I'm the only person with these fingerprints, the way that my program is structured is not going to be the same way your program is structured. However, I can give you the tools to get there. So remember, you don't fight your failures. When you fail, look at it and look at, okay, this is my blueprint. This is how I mapped everything out. And this is, I followed this exact blueprint, but I failed here. So then you can look at that, get your pencil out, erase it. Okay, I'm gonna take that out, and then let's see if this will work. Let me like, okay, bam, let's try it. Let's try it. Let's see how that go. Oh, that didn't work either. Can you give me that pencil real quick? Okay. So if I take that part out And then, okay, let's try that. Okay. Well, what if that's what failure should look like. That's what it should look like. But what happens is when we fail, we go, oh my God, this just isn't for me. Oh my God, I'm just not supposed to have that. No, they're building blocks. You have to, like, you have to go through things to get to a certain point. That's just like when you go to the gym. When you go to the gym and you work out, you're literally going to the gym to suffer. When you go to the gym, you're going to the gym to fail. Because when you're there, you're like, it hurts so bad. And the more it hurts, you are literally going to the gym to like bruise your muscles. And the more you bruise them and the more you cause like conflict, it builds up. That's how you build muscle. You build muscle after pounding your body. So why do you think that your everyday life is going to be any different than that? The reason why you do not succeed is because you do not think that you should have to suffer. If you don't have it yet, it's because you have not worked hard enough for it. You haven't suffered enough. The children of Israel went around the same mountain for 40 years. And it was, all they had to do was make this turn. Statistically, hairstylists and barbers are one of the biggest, the widest range in entrepreneurs, right? Especially in the African American community. But the reason that there is a difference between black hairstylists and black barbers and barbers and hairstylists of other races is we have no idea how to manage our finances. We have no idea how to properly run a business. Okay, so let's say you are a hairstylist and you work 5 days a week, right? So you off, our weekend is Sunday, Monday. So let's say you work 5 days a week, you off Sunday, Monday. Every day you do lunch and you order out and you spending $20 a day on lunch. Stop and you get your breakfast, and baby, listen, if you anything like I was when I started, you doing breakfast, lunch, and dinner, you're buying all of those, right? If it's just 20, let's say it's just $20 a day, that's $100 a week. $400 a month that you spend just on food. Because the thing is, money comes so fast that we spend it just as fast as we get it, and we don't put it in the bank account. There's no savings. We spend it just as fast as we get it, and then we don't even know how. Like if somebody was to ask you how much do you make an hour, most hairstylists would never be able to tell you how much money they make an hour. You're an independent contractor. You work for yourself. How much money do you want to make an hour? I want to make $100 an hour. Then I need to increase my speed and I need to increase my speed and my prices. Service other than the one that I provide, can I increase my speed in and increase my price because of my worth now? That's how Silk Fusion Therapy was born. I began to study my industry, and I began to look at the other hairstylists that were in my industry. Not to say that I thought that I was better than anybody, but I noticed that everybody was using a regular paddle brush and a comb attachment. So I was like, okay, I'm going to use something different than everybody else's, because if I want to stand out from everybody else, then my silk wraps can't look like everybody else's. Whenever somebody comes on my channel, whenever somebody sees my work, so I don't even want to say channel because it's before YouTube. Whenever somebody comes across a picture or a video of my work, I want them to be like, what is she doing? Why is she using that? Listen, I don't care nothing about nobody making no negativity. I don't care nothing about nobody leaving no negative comments, because listen, all publicity is good publicity. If they talking about you, they talking about you. Whether it's negative or positive. Just like here in Vegas, it's good and bad that come with it. Like, I have so many people that talk crap about me. That's fine, but you're still talking. It doesn't matter. And what I've learned over the years, at first having people, because a lot of times what happens whenever you draw your own blueprint and then you get outside of the regular program that everybody else has, then people like to start pointing fingers at you. And it's funny. It's real funny now. It was funny then, but it's real funny now. Because when I first started taking deposits, I was one of the first people out here to start like taking deposits and to have a grace period and to enforce it strongly. So hairstylists, well, people would not follow my policy and procedure. Their appointments would get canceled, or I wouldn't do their hair, or whatever would happen. And then they would go to other hairstylists, and other hairstylists would be like, oh, she just thinks she better. And so this is what would happen though. They sitting over there talking about me, right? But then she got another client under the dryer, and then another one at the shampoo bowl, and another one at the front that's been waiting, and they all three of them can hear her and another girl talking about me. And the conversation that they're having is that I don't let people double book. I cancel her appointment because she was late, and I don't want to be behind on my day because I don't want my clients waiting on me. They're overhearing these conversations. So do you see how that negative was turned into a positive? You not wanting to change and step into who you are and change your program and your blueprint and the way that you run stuff and demand respect isn't hurting anybody but you. It's hurting you. You can't be afraid of failure. You can't be afraid to lose people. Because let me tell you something. If you start to build your clientele based upon people who like you because you let them run over you, but when you find out your worth, okay, and then you start to teach everybody your worth, everybody who didn't know it before is going to drop off. So you're going to have to rebuild anyway. If you start off doing $50 sew-ins, when you learn your worth, when you've studied your craft, and now you charging $300, now you charging $275, you're going to lose every person that you had when you was charging $50. Because they're going to go to another person that's charging $50 because they were not there for quality. They were there out of convenience. And that is not what you want. That is not how you build a successful business. You don't build a successful business that can be sustained, that you can build other tangible products off of by being the person that people go to because everybody else charges too much. I can disrespect her. I don't got to care about her. Why do you want to be that girl? Why do you want to be that business owner? Why do you want to be that lawyer? Why do you want to be that person? Why do you want to be the person that people know they can walk over? This is the thing. It was really hard at first. It was really hard to step out and demand my respect. That was really hard because I got so many people talking shit about me. Like to this day, you can't get rid of your reviews. I have so many people. Oh God, but this is over 10 years, right? I have so many girls like, oh, F her, Sienna is such a bitch. That's probably my biggest reputation, that I'm a biatch out here. Like, oh, she don't take no crap. No, I don't let people choose. I don't let people decide how they want to treat me. You treat me the way that I said you're going to treat me. And the way that I treat myself is what teaches people how to treat me. It's just as simple as that. If you don't know who you are, and then you don't know your worth. And if you don't know your worth, your job will always feel like a job. Your passion should not feel like a job. My passion wakes me up at 4:45 every morning. It's like, it's a really, really, really great place to be, to fail so many times and then to be, you know, having things, when things start working, you can appreciate it so much more. And a wash pot never boils. So the more you're focused on the outcome, you won't be able to enjoy the process. Because remember, the money is the outcome. Money is like a river. Every time something goes out, it comes right back in. There's so much money in circulation right now. They have to destroy and shred money on a regular basis. But the reason why the rich stay rich and the poor stay poor is because the rich understand that money is like a river, and every time it goes out, it comes back double. They know that. But the poor stay poor because they look at money as something that they gotta hold on to, because they're never gonna get any more. And if you believe that the money that you have in your hand, you will never get any more of, that is what you tell the world, the universe that is under commandment by God to move at your will. So if you're scarce, if you're living from a place like, oh, the black woman don't win, the black man don't win, oh, you got to hold on to this money, oh, you got to do that. And I'm not saying be irresponsible. Get out of the mind frame of whether or not you can do it. It's not a matter of if whether or not it can be done. Just like that scripture that I shared with y'all, it's not a matter of when it will come. And it's not a matter of where it is. Heaven is already here and men just don't see it. change your program, learn your why, and then you'll see it. I love you guys so much. If this video, you know, was a little, oh no, Carl Thomas's, remember?
I'm emotional. Look at me. I can't stop crying.
Sorry you guys, but yeah, this is how this channel is gonna be, straight no chasers. So if you guys like videos like this, then make sure you subscribe to my channel and make sure you click that bell notification, because if you do not click that bell notification, you will not be notified whenever I post a video. You guys, I'm leaving the schedule below. If you guys want like emails of my normal schedule, then make sure you go ahead and click that link in the description box and subscribe to my website, because you know sometimes it's tricky here on YouTube, and sometimes YouTube sends you the notifications, but sometimes they don't. But if you guys all subscribe to my website, then I send out personal notifications to everybody whenever I post another video, as well as my schedule. So if you guys want my normal posting schedule for the week, then make sure you click that link in the description box below and subscribe to my website, so that way you can always be in the loop. So Sunday is always going to be like Spiritual Sunday, where we talk more about business, but not so much just from a business standpoint, because remember, this knowing yourself, that comes first. So I feel like if we're not intact spiritually, we can't do anything else. So Sunday is the day we gonna make sure we come here with our tea and we gonna get all together and stuff. Okay, and I love you guys so much, and I will see you on my next video. I hope I ain't punch you too hard. Like, come on now.